Hey everyone, this is Marquise with Smart Money Moves, back with another video. I hope you're all doing well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. In this video, I'll be talking about smart money buying the dip, according to a crypto analyst. I'll also be talking about Disney stepping into the metaverse and what's ahead for crypto and blockchain technology. So let's jump right into it. Let's start off with looking at these prices. So at the moment, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $42,764, up 2.1%. Ethereum is at $3,245, up 5.6%. Binance Coin is at $464, up 9.5%. Solana is at $139, up 3.5%. Cardano is at $1.19, up 4.3%. XRP is at 77 cents, up 4.4%. Polkadot is at $25, up 7.6%. And rounding out the top 10, Terra is at $73.29, up 5.7%. So as we can see here, over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin and the top 10 cryptocurrencies at least are up a couple percentages. We do know that over the last 7 days, it has been a bloodbath in the market, and Bitcoin has been down several percents as well as the whole market altogether. But it's nice to see that today is a day where we have some green in the market. But I do believe that during the time of those dips or the hard times, those are the best times to buy. And you hear me say it all the time. So hopefully people were buying the dip, not financial advice, just my opinion. But it is good to have days like this where it's nice to see some green in the market. So let's jump to the first news article. So it says smart money will buy the fear once Bitcoin drops to this level. Crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. So I feel like the title of this article just says it all. Smart money will buy the fear once Bitcoin drops. So just scrolling down here, it says we're just going through our own unique cycle here, a market that's driven by credit and leverage. And if you guys want a bit of comfort here, as we've been seeing, again, Bitcoin coming down in price, I think was very realistic, is that we're going to come back down here towards around 600 to 650 billion. And he's talking about the market cap of Bitcoin. So what this analyst is saying is that he currently believes that Bitcoin will continue to go down. So right now, Bitcoin's market cap is at 809 billion, but he believes that we will continue to dip down and we will probably bottom out around 600 to 650 billion. And once we do that, then there will probably be a sharp jump. And just jumping down in the news story, he says, according to Merton, smart money buyers will be looking for an imminent Bitcoin bounce as a tremendous buy signal. Why would we see that? Because that is going to be the indication that the market is not entering into a bear market. In fact, smart money is going to come in and buy into the fear and drive prices higher into 2022. So he believes that Bitcoin will go down, but there will be a bounce. And once Bitcoin starts to bounce, that will be the time that smart money will be pouring a lot of money into the market, therefore driving Bitcoin and the whole market altogether higher. So as I always say and often say, that we should be buying the dip as well, and that we should be following what smart money is doing. So if smart money is pouring money into an asset that's depreciating in price, then we should be doing that as well, or dollar cost averaging into it. That way, when the market or Bitcoin specifically ultimately reverses and starts to shoot up in price, we'll already have our positions secured because we were buying when Bitcoin was down. So again, he just believes that Bitcoin will flip and smart money will continue to buy the dip. So hopefully you all are as well. Again, not financial advice. Jumping to the next news article here, it says Disney licenses metaverse technology for theme parks. Tracking visitors with 3D images is possible now. Sounds a bit creepy, but that is pretty cool that Disney is stepping into the metaverse. So it says Disney has taken an extra step to create its theme-based park metaverse. Not long ago, the entertainment company received approval for a virtual world simulator patent. Disney Park Visitors will be very soon eligible to ride through the metaverse as the entertainment giant considers the intensified reality. A little further down, it says metaverse technology tracking visitors in theme parks. The metaverse designed by Disney isn't for mass entertainment. Rather, the device will be used to track individual park visitors, thereby personalizing the projections. For example, on one hand, a family could witness Mickey Mouse addressing them by a hot dog stand. On the other hand, another group could interact with Harry Potter with a cup of butterbeer. So I think it'll be interesting to see how Disney enters the metaverse and how they enhance the experience that the people that go to Disney are already having. So I personally have never been to Disney, but a friend of mine actually recently went to Disney for the first time and he has been raving about his experience. He actually describes it in one word, magical. So good for Disney for taking this step into the metaverse as well and already enhancing an amazing experience that people have when they go to Disneyland. So I think that this will ultimately push other companies as well into the metaverse. And as I've said in previous videos as well, I think that metaverse will continue to explode this year as different companies adopt its technology. It seems like virtual reality is now becoming more of a big thing, or it was probably already was a big thing, but now it's really becoming the new thing because so many companies are starting to adopt it. So again, shout out to Disney, and it looks like they're stepping into the metaverse, and I'm sure other companies soon won't be behind them. So moving on to the last news article here, it says, "What's ahead for crypto and blockchain in 2022? Experts answer part two." So in a previous video, I also went over part one of this. And once I saw that part two was released, I figured I might as well include it and talk about it as well. And like I did last time, I will go through some of the responses that I actually liked. There's 11 total here, but I'll only read through the ones that I liked. The first one is by Alan Konevsky of Prime Block. And Alan says, "We're going to see more countries adopting crypto as a legal currency. We're also going to see central governments coming out and taking their own currencies and putting them on a blockchain. China has already said it is going to do this, which will speed up the real competition for private cryptocurrencies from a payment perspective." So I'm very bullish on the first part of this paragraph. The second part, not so much. First part again says we're going to see more countries adopting crypto as legal currency. As we already know, El Salvador was the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender last year. And I wanted to pull up an article from the president of El Salvador. So at the start of this year, Naib tweeted his predictions for Bitcoin for 2022. So he says that Bitcoin will reach 100,000. He also says that two more countries will adopt it as legal tender. He believes Bitcoin will become a major electoral issue in US elections this year. Bitcoin City will commence construction. Volcano bonds will be oversubscribed. And there will be a huge surprise at the Bitcoin conference. So the part that I want to focus on out of all those bullet points was the second one. Two more countries will adopt it as legal tender. So I found it very interesting that he included this in his predictions for 2022. As we already know, his country has adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, and they've been doing very well with how they've been able to monetize adopting it. And we've seen the benefits of it. They've been able to start building schools, start building hospitals as well. I believe they're working on a stadium as well. And this is all because they're starting to mine, not only mine Bitcoin, but they've accepted it as legal tender. So they're reaping the benefits of it. And I'm pretty sure that other countries have been in contact with him, asking him how El Salvador did it, how they rolled it out, and things of that nature. So I think for him to ultimately come out and say that other countries will adopt it as well, I'm pretty sure behind the scenes he's either giving advice or at least just being completely transparent and talking about how it's helped his country and how they rolled it out. So I also agree that we will see more countries adopt Bitcoin as legal tender this year. So that is something I wanted to bring out of Alan Konevsky's response. And then I also want to jump down to Hatu Sheik. I'm messing up these names, but Hatu says today cryptocurrencies have turned popular as investable assets for all. Their position as a store of value is barely questionable. However, with crypto trying to revamp the global financial system, we need to account for the medium of exchange aspect of crypto. I believe 2022 will be the year that crypto will be used by retail users to securely invest and transact. So I definitely agree with this as well. I was speaking with a friend last year in December. We were meeting just to talk about crypto, and I was just giving him some information on Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies as well. And when I told him how El Salvador had adopted Bitcoin as legal tender and how people are paying for things in crypto and Bitcoin, he was so shocked and stunned by it. And he didn't believe me, but he did some research and he was like, "Oh wow, yeah, you're actually right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you." But that just goes to show that a lot of the population don't even know that you can purchase things in crypto or with Bitcoin. They do know that you can buy it as an asset and you can hold it, and it may go up in value, it may go down in value, but I don't think the majority of people realize that people are actually transacting with crypto. And so I do think in this year we will see more retail merchants using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to transact with and accept. Hatu also says DeFi will be the must-watch space for 2022 as the building of Web3 and adoption of DeFi is rapidly progressing. Lending protocols and NFT marketplaces will also see a huge influx of audience and growth. So as we saw last year, DeFi blew up as well, and people were starting to stake their crypto and actually earn decent interest on their crypto, and they were also like lending out their crypto and then using the crypto as collateral and getting loans and actual like fiat money for it. So I think DeFi will continue to be more popular this year and continue to grow. So I definitely agree with that. And then he mentions lending protocols and NFT marketplaces will see huge influxes in audience and growth. I think that that will also be true. And the NFT space blew up last year, and it will just continue to be more popular as people transact in it, as they collect NFTs, and as more utility is even packed into NFTs. So I don't think NFTs are just for collections and just for art. Now, they can definitely be digital artwork, but I think companies are starting to put more utility into their products. Like maybe you hold their NFT and you get access to this or access to that. However, people or companies are deciding to do that, but I do believe that the NFT space will continue to see more people get into it as more utility is pushed into it. He also says, I believe more institutions will embrace crypto and blockchain technology in their conventional operations. 2022 will be the year when institutional adoption will really thrive and push the crypto market to newer heights. So I look forward to that as well. And lastly, he says some countries might also see regulations imposed on crypto and DeFi, like restricted access, taxes, and so on. A few countries may also follow the steps of El Salvador in recognizing cryptocurrencies as legal tender. Sustainable growth is what the crypto community must aim for, as the innate volatility of crypto makes it difficult for government adoption. Hence, sustainability is key. I do also agree and think that we will have more regulation this year. In an earlier news article, I mentioned how the SEC was bringing people on that would help them regulate crypto. So I definitely believe that we're going to have laws and different things come out this year regarding crypto. And I think as we have more of a solid understanding of how crypto technology will be taxed and things of that nature, then more companies and more people will be less reluctant to get into the space because there is regulatory clarity on the market. So that's something to, I guess, look forward to this year, but we'll see what laws come out. I'll definitely report on that once it happens. And then lastly, Martha Rees of Bequant, she said greater adoption, movement and regulation, and new applications for blockchain, including NFTs. Crypto adoption will continue to increase, particularly in the institutional space. More regulatory clarity will also impact the speed of this adoption. So, like I was saying, once we have more regulatory clarity on what's acceptable, what's not, different things like that, we will see more adoption and more people get into the space. See if there's anything else to bring out. In 2022, we may see federal regulation from the US. If this happens, we should expect more countries to follow suit. We are already seeing countries such as India bringing in regulation as the United States' position changes. This may not necessarily be the light touch regulation that some in the industry would prefer, but any clarity is helpful for the community and encourages other jurisdictions to be friendlier to crypto investors. So yeah, like I said before, as we see the US start to regulate crypto, more countries will follow suit, and then more people will hopefully get into the space. So that is it for this video. I hope you found value in it. As always, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.